Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Mars coming at you over the interwaves with another StarCraft 2 cast. This one sent in by members of the community. If you'd like to have your games cast, then take that replay, upload it to GG Tracker, spawning tool, one of these sites, and then link that to castit.reddit.com. That is castit.reddit.com, and a member of the community, myself, or one of my colleagues, will get down and cast that for you. If you'd like to have me personally cast this, then send it to marsgaming@gmail.com. That is MARSCH gaming@gmail.com, rather like this YouTube channel you are currently looking at. For today's action, we have a TvT on King Sejong station, and our two players are bstx. Bstx? Yeah, sure, bstx. Hello, bstx. Bstx over here is a... oh, bloody hell, I wasn't paying attention. Master? Diamond? Upper-ish sort of league player in a region. And his opponent is Victor. And Victor doesn't like Zerg. Yeah, I can get on board with that. That's fine. So we've got fairly standard openings, although this location of the barracks isn't very orthodox. It's there to make sure you don't get any Reaper harass this way, but yeah, I wouldn't say that it's the most natural thing in the world. Now, Victor does his due diligence in scouting, but hasn't seen his opponent take that natural. It is fairly normally timed. Victor himself has taken one at the same time, and this Marine is not going to go back and kill that SCV. He's perfectly happy being there. Yeah, bstx himself has no clue what his opponent is up to, so puts down a bunker. This should protect him from any Reapers coming in over here, like if his opponent had put in proxy 3 Rax Reaper over here. And this should keep him safe from this direction. So he's got a couple of minutes before he needs to worry about his opponent, say, going for a 2-port Banshee all in or whatever, in which case he'll need some additional defensive structures. For now, he is perfectly okay, and I should see this Reaper die because he wasn't doing anything special and he came by and got shot, which is generally detrimental to your health. So, King Sejong Station and a TvT. Now, I can't claim to be the biggest PvP expert, TvT expert in the world, but this is a rather much like old Terran games, to be honest. A heavily positional game. TvT very often about that Marine tank positioning. And with the tanks still flying for... I'm not entirely sure when the next patch is coming out, when the tanks will cease to fly. It's a lot about getting into position at the right time and getting that first volley of tank shots off before your opponent can get his/her first volley of tank shots off. And yeah, so we'll see how that goes along. We've got the first tech lag coming in for bstx over here, but Victor doesn't want to put that tech lab in yet. Doesn't want to start building that medevac, I say, as he starts his first medevac. Easy, quiet game to start with. Just the SCV and the Reaper lost, so a bit of an advantage for bstx there. On the other hand, Victor actually knows what his opponent is doing, and that in itself is quite valuable in this little game. Victor preparing for that Widowmine drop, should have a 3 or... up. There you go, 2. And another one coming out. Nope, just going to get 2 and a couple of Marines, and my StarCraft just stuttered for a second, and I'm not entirely sure what that is. Going to go out and see what he can do. bstx, what does he have in order to deal with that? Well, he's got a very interesting setup at the front, and this siege tank should make sure that nothing gets down in this mineral line. However, there's nothing over here. So if Victor were to go the long way around, which it does appear that he is doing, he should be able to get his opponent with his pants down. Let's see what he can do. No reaction yet. No reaction yet. Should see it flying by right about now. Doesn't. Starts losing the first couple of... Oh, it does pull those, but doesn't move his army just yet. Gets those... Oh, even I didn't see where he put those. Where did he put those? There. Oh, that is sneaky. Wait, is that one even? Yes, that one is actually burrowed. And I'd be quite interested to see what happens once bstx gets all his SCVs to come back. So let's see if he's going to get a good shot. If you put those all at this one right here, then we could have... Oh no! Oh, that is unfortunate. If he'd gone right there, then that would have been quite a bit better. But instead only gets a couple of kills, 3 SCV kills, and maybe another couple with 7 in total. Now another drop over here. This one in range of that siege tank, however. So he just has to pull the SCVs, and as indeed he does. And now he's in a perfectly acceptable position. Trying to get that Widow Mine to burrow. That is just outside of the range of the Widow Mine. And that scan is going to expire before he can actually take that down. So, Victor on the offensive. And indeed, he still has 2 things over here. Ooh. Does bstx see this? Yes, or maybe that was just automatic, and that should see the end of that aggression by Victor. So, let's see. We're almost 7 minutes into the game. We have equal workers. We've got a bigger army for bstx, but we've got an upgrade advantage for Victor coming in. Not there yet, but coming in. We've got... like we're going to see a couple of marauders coming in. Very heavily supply boxed here. Building 3 supply depots at the same time. And Victor gets his 3rd base into position before his opponent. So... oh, wow. Didn't I say just a little while ago that the worker count was equal? I must have been looking at something else, because there's no way that that changed that much in that little time. Did I miss another Widow Mine shot? I missed another Widow Mine shot. Alright. bstx moving out, and bstx gets the opportunity to take this position right here, which is a very nasty position to take care of. These just debris, making sure that you can't actually just stim to win in there. Victor doesn't actually have any siege tanks, and yeah, Victor hasn't even sieged up his first. There he goes. Lots of heavy marauder on the other hand, and these Vikings making sure that there's no healing going on by these medevacs or dropping on siege tanks, which isn't something I do with that many Marines anyway. All right, Victor going to go and try and counterattack. While he does relocate this command center. Now gets the surface area, or at least the opening, to engage those Marines, but first has to successfully lure those away from the tank defensive line and takes down a couple of Marines. Might have wanted to sim a little bit earlier, but now he's in a fine position. Comes in from the back with that drop there. Does lose some medevacs, but cleans that up quite nicely. Now with 71 army to 29, he can just move on out and kill him. And that's exactly what bstx thinks, so he's going to move out with this and hope to distract his opponent. 1-1 versus 1-0, 2-2 on the way for Victor, and nothing much yet for bstx. Not even that. Oh no, he does just start that armor. And here comes the drop of bstx, but before he can even start to distract his opponent, Victor's already in his 3rd base as well. There we go. Lots of SCVs coming and down, but at the same time, Victor taking down this command center and all the SCVs. No, he's not focusing on the SCVs. There we go. So an equal trade, a base for a base, or at least a mining base for a mining base. A couple more workers killed on the side of bstx, but Victor has an army which he can now move into the main base of his opponent, whereas bstx will have a harder time doing that. I say as there's absolutely no army here. There's no army here. Alright, anyway, moves on in there. There's a tank defensively placed on top of there, but that doesn't even matter. These Marauders don't just die due to one tank shot. You need a couple of those, and there's just too many Marines for that one tank to do a lot of work. Now it's in the base on top of the production, and in the meantime, what did bstx do? Oh, he's going to be very lucky with that just one middle line. Widow mine shot, but yeah, there's not much else for Victor happening over here. He's not going to win this base trade, although bstx doesn't know that yet. He's trying to float his buildings right there as Victor finally starts building up a tiny little bit of defense over here in his main base, and with that choke point he should be just fine. Oh, going to move in and take out that tank. If he can take out that tank, I'd say he's pretty much got this in the bag. Because just Marines, not so great. Tanks really do make a very good anchoring point. Cleans up the base of bstx. There's nothing that these buildings can still do. And now he just has to clean up this a little bit and do it perfectly fast before that command center goes down. Here he comes in, and yep, that's pretty much the end of it. GG. Now there's nothing left except landing those and maybe start building some Vikings, but bstx says, well, you know what, never mind, that was indeed GG, and calls it quits. If you enjoyed this video, press that like button. If you'd like to see more of me, subscribe.